Hey, Gouda.Murder listeners, it is your Gouda gal Coda, and I have a cheese bite for you. Remember back in season 1 of Gouda.Murder Podcast, we did a story about Deborah Lee Atrops from Oregon, USA. Atrops went missing in 1988. She was supposed to go pick up her infant daughter from her then separated husband. Her and her husband had split, but were not divorced, but they were living separately. She went to work. She went to go get her hair done. She was supposed to go pick up their daughter and never did. Robert Atrops filed a missing persons report. Remember this? They could never figure out what happened to her. They found her body 2 days later in the trunk of her car, but nobody was a suspect back then. Guess what? March of this year, 2023, they found him. Guess who? The husband of all people. I mean, number one on the list, you would think all the time. That's who they look for. It took 35 years for them to finally pin it on him. And I should have done some follow-up myself, but I was tipped off when a listener of ours messaged us on Facebook and let us know that they had arrested her husband. And we were mind blown. Like, what? I should have done my follow-up, you guys. But now I'm doing it. I'm letting you know. Our listener, that was just awesome. We were super stoked when somebody took the time out of their day to send us a message and let us know, hey, you remember your case? They solved it. And actually, this listener, thank you, listener, she was not worried about me naming her, but I'm not going to because, just keep her privacy. But she actually let us know that by marriage, she was related to this couple. And she had met them at this wedding and said that the couple was not a very personable pair. They seemed very cold and distant and aloof, is what she said. So I said, it's sad. And even she said it was tragic. Obviously, it was tragic. A young woman taken too soon and left behind an infant daughter. I said the only good thing I can think of is if her husband had taken the baby with him to do it. At least she was young enough she couldn't remember. But this listener also told us that he had a lot of family that lived in the area where all of this took place. He could have easily had grandma or aunt and uncle or somebody in the family babysit while he did what he did. Still sad. It makes me wonder, did they know and they just helped hide it because they were trying to save him? Anywho, I just have to say I'm super excited that they finally figured it out. Her family has answers. Her mother was distraught when this was happening because her case kind of got brushed to the side when that politician went through his big news story. And I just am happy that her family has closure now. And so yeah, if you guys want to look into it, coin.com is a local station in Washington County in Oregon, and I was reading their news story. It's KOIN 6, and they have a story about it. But yeah, I just had to let you know, and we can finally say this case was closed, and I'm just happy that we followed it and we kept you up to date, and this was by far my favorite story so far, and hopefully I find another one I can go down the rabbit hole with you guys again, and we can do something like this again. So remember to listen to our new episodes every week, Gouda.Murder Podcast on Spotify, or wherever podcasts are heard. We have Facebook. You can email us at Gouda.Murder@gmail. And we also have TikTok now, Gouda.Murder, and Instagram, Gouda.Murder Pod. So I will talk to you guys later. I hope you enjoyed this little cheese bite. I know it was a nibble today, but I had to tell you. So have a good one, guys, and stay fresh, cheese bags.